Hello, fellow classmates and Professor Wash. My name is Sebastian Garcia, and today we'll be talking about my dog, who we know as Midna. Mm, We all heard of the term of a man's best friend, which which is true to some degree because dogs are there when we need them, when we need them to accompany us at certain places, or when we feel alone, or comfort us when we feel bad because they understand our feelings to a degree, and they're just there. They just like to be happy around us because we're their favorite people. That's how Midna was like when we first got her. Well, not when we first got her, but when we had her throughout her lifetime. When we first got her, well, before we got her, she was originally gonna be taken, put to sleep because her owners didn't really like her as much, or either that or they weren't really doing much. They didn't take care of her well, and they didn't want to do much with her. But my mother decided that it was a good idea to take her in, so that they don't have to feel, so they don't have they don't have the need to do that, and we could just take care of her, which we did. When we first brought her into the house, she was surprisingly, no, not surprising, she was unsurprisingly, scared, timid. More timid than scared because most of the time she was always in the corner of the yard where our other dogs would be. She was scared. She was timid because these are new people, and the other people she liked, the other people that took care of her are not around. I assume because some dogs still like their owners despite some mistreatments or here and there. And it took me a while when we because in order to gain her trust, I had to be outside with her a few times, and I wanted to let her walk around, know the area, and know some of the dogs that were around. I wanted her to feel that this is a safe place for her, and I wanted to make sure she was okay. This took a little while, a few days, maybe weeks, maybe sometimes months, but she was able to get in. She was able to get to know everyone in the house, and she was able to get excited, and she started to have a habit of howling funny, which is funny because the howling wasn't like to show anything was wrong, but like she just gets really excited and that she howls when she sees us. Yeah. And then she's like accompanied me a few times whenever I needed her. She gives out some good comfort. She was very fluffy, so she was nice when it comes to hugging her or sleeping on bed because some of the times it was really cold for the night, and we had to bring her inside, so we had to give her warmth and feed her. And surprisingly, she was like the best dog I could ever gotten because she was just there for me, and she wasn't as crazy as m any other dog I've come across. She was excited, but she had like some level of self control, and she made sure of that. She made sure that we were happy, and we made sure that she was happy because she was she was there. Yeah, and what's funny is that when we first got cats, she surprisingly wasn't trying to kill them like some dogs would, but rather she would actually like curl up around them and let them and put them on her. And it's funny because when she tried to get out to when the cats were trying to get out of her spot, she would like gently nibble them and reel them in, although not to the point of hurting them because she didn't want to hurt them. She was surprisingly a gentle dog, but I'm glad she was gentle because she wasn't trying to kill the cats or anything. And then there came a time when my dog started to develop a tumor on her nose and head. Well, at first, the tumor started off as a bulge at first. We went to the doctors. Went to explain that she was experiencing tumors. The tumors was getting like swollen, like big at first. But then over time, when we thought she was recovering, her tumors were like being pushed back by itself. We were wrong. She wasn't really recovering. In fact, I think the tumors were getting worse, and there was really no other way for us to have her be happy. There was really nothing else we could do because the tumors were just growing worse and worse and worse as the time comes. Even the doctor told me, sorry, but she's not gonna make it if she keeps on doing it. And I decide it's the only way to end her pain, and it's to end her suffering right in Mexico, because it was the only veterinarian we could afford at the time. Oh, yeah. Although I wasn't able to say farewell to her because it would be painful for me doing so, we were able to have her ashes around the house, and I really hope she's in a better place now. So, what does this tell me? What does this tell anyone in the house? Well, in the classroom? It's to show that my dog was my best friend when she was around. She was the perfect dog I wanted. She wasn't lazy, but she wasn't active. She wasn't aggressive to animals, but she was more social, and she was very tolerable around. We she she gave me the best comfort I ever needed, and I missed her so much. But things just occur out of nowhere, and you just learn from it. You just go on with it. But I still remember her, and the times I was happy, and the times when she was goofy. Yeah, I missed her. That'll be it for today. I hope you guys do your assignments and do well. Goodbye.